So I started this video simply because I didn't really see any good tutorials online involving this Linux Eonon X3 double dim 7-inch display. Any installation, at least when it came to the 2003 Honda Pilot like I have. I just have just the regular model. I don't have a luxury model Honda Pilot. So I figured I would just make this video to show what I did. And again, this is not technical repair advice whatsoever. Just showing what worked for me and maybe what didn't work. This thing is pretty sweet here. Just unboxed. Eonon Linux 7-inch double din. It's got pretty good protective material on here. It's got a separate box, which looks like it comes with a user manual. Oh, nice. Perfect. Looks like we got some assorted contents here. Now that we've got this open, and take a closer look at some of these. There's a look at how the harness comes. It looks like that's going to go. There's the radio sign. Let's see, we've got, looks like maybe a microphone. There's a volume knob. Fuse, 8 screws. It's like a double-sided adhesive. Yeah. Couple mounting screws. There's the backup camera. Little protective shield on it. Looks like some wiring. These were all in one little bag, and instructions. Sweet. All right, let's take a look. Nice. Let's take a look at the back here. Okay. So here is a look at what I've got so far. This is the harness that I bought, linked below. Here is a view of the Honda Pilot generic harness that this plugs into. If you notice, there's a couple empty spots there. Top one, and then those two middle, right next to the red. And they're full on this side. Well, in the diagram that I've linked in the description, the yellow and white is the antenna amplifier. The green and red are remote controls, basically, which I believe is the steering wheel controls. And then this blue is titled security input. So perhaps that's the wire for the something to do with the radio pin, the security pin that you have to type in every time you turn on the car after it's lost power. And these two here are going to be your subwoofers. If you notice here, I've got wire stripping tools, which these are 20 gauge, but I found using the 18 gauge slot has helped to not remove any of the lines of copper. This is the crimping tool here. And then I also have a heat gun. You can carefully use a lighter. However, and then I've got a very large pack of easy quick connects, and they can they have heat shrink capability as well. So I'll be using since this is 20 gauge wire, at least for the most part, I'll be using the 22 to 16, which is these red ones here. I've already crimped this female on, so I'll put the male on the other side of the antenna here. I've already stripped the wire there, and since this wire is so small, I had to make sure to crimp it make sure when I crimped it once, I moved the crimping tool over still in the center and crimped it again, to make sure you don't just crimp it in one place, so that it makes sure to grip the wire. And you give it a good tug and test to make sure it's not going to pull out. The heat gun is pretty sick. I don't know if you can see that there. Obviously, it started out like that, and with the right heat applied, it gives that wire that nice security. I did the same up here, the male end, and we'll go and join them together. So, I don't know if this is right, but we're going to try it. I ended up cutting the yellow antenna amp, whatever, from there, combining it with the blue from here, and then I also took the two subwoofer wires. The green and white is positive, the black and white is negative, and I will not be running the backdoor camera anytime soon, so I ended up snipping that and connecting it. So yeah, we'll see if that actually translates to this subwoofer. So if we come close in here, I don't know if you can see that, but these brackets are at an angle. So there's one bolt, 2 bolts, and then 2 on the other side. And this is a little basically extension bracket that we bought, which came with these other brackets, which will also be linked. And those brackets perfectly match the angle of these brackets here. So perfect. And we ended up switching out the volume control knob because the one that came on it, this one, was just, it was a little wide, so it was rubbing on that exterior. And I don't know if you can tell, but we ended up drilling a hole just in the corner there so that our USB port cord can basically fit without us having to drill a hole in anything else here. Well, if you drop the very last mounting bolt like I did, and it drops all the way down there, turns out you can just take out the little plastic cover here. I just kind of tugged on the top, kind of pulled away slowly, and then I, pulled it out of the car, and I used my little extended magnetic tool here, fished around, and I'm not even sure how I found it, but I got it. It just fell, I think it was right tucked back there. So yeah, there's something you probably didn't think you needed to know.